Good morning, tuners of the RC Universe. Welcome to RC Heli Check UK for another instalment on this very windy day. As you all know, I suffer bad from wind, and today is no exception. RC Helicopter Richard is giving it the beans with his Tron 7. Anyway, today's subject is something I'm going to be readdressing. One of my favourite helicopters, my Specter700. Over the time it has got pretty battered, and I've tried doing different things to the canopies and whatnot, and you know what, I thought, what the hell, I'm going to go all hog and I'm going to bling this helicopter to bits, and you guys are going to be here with me while I do it. Let's get on with the episode. Here it is. She is in a bit of a sorry state at the moment. I've had this helicopter for quite a while now, and basically I thought it's about time that we did something with it. So this is what we're going to do. I've got a brand new canopy which is in this box here, and boy does it look nice, and I'm guessing with the colour of that you may have some idea as to what colour it is. I've also got my ever faithful Montana Gold spray paints, which as you can see really closely match the actual colour of that, and that is also another colour that closely matches the colour that is on that. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be, with this new boom here, spraying it in these colours. Nothing elaborate, but just to make it all look the same colour basically. The blades that I've been using on it are these paddles. Those are 725mm blades, and it really farts when I flip it over. It really farts when I flip it over, because the blades are so big. So I bought some smaller blades. These ones here are 690s. Got them from Midland Helicopters, along with all the other bits and pieces here. I got some blue washers, which should be, I should have two of them, but for some reason I've only got one. Blade washers as well for gapping on the actual rotor head itself. So we've got a lot to do. Don't know how long the video is going to last for, probably about half an hour, 45 minutes, but we'll see how we go. I've got plenty to do, but the first priority is getting this boom sorted out and getting it painted with its first coat of paint, and then sealing it all on. I've also got up here some decals that I've made, which I've just seen have gone into something that was wet on there. Brilliant. That's knackered those. The XLPower ones I might still be able to use, but these ones here I can definitely use. It's not touched them. That's really peed me off, that has. What an idiot. But anyway, these are going on the boom as well. Hopefully I can still use them. I'll have to put them under the heater. Hopefully it can dry them out. I'll leave that on there to dry. I think it's that. Yeah, that's wet. Marvellous. Blade balancer, my ever faithful Horobo balancer, which we're going to need to balance these new blades with. So yeah, lots to do, guys. Let's crack on and let's make this Spectre look like new. Here we go. Right, let's have a quick look at this canopy, because this is what it's all based on, basically. Move that up to the here. This is the canopy that I've gone for, guys. Look at that. That is canopy porn. That is really nice, that is. But you can see the colours that I've bought, they match perfectly. Absolutely perfect. And I've got the green here as well, which also matches the small green on the front. And basically the plan is to, on the boom, if you can see here, I'm going to have from here back, the whole thing will be sprayed this colour first, and then probably say from here downwards I will spray that colour, which will blend in, so it'll give me two-tone of green and yellow, whatever colour that is, on the boom, and it'll match the canopy, so it's going to look really nice when it's finished. I've also got this, I'm going to spray some green on this as well, to break it down into two-tone. And like I say, once that's all sorted, I've got the Specter and XLPower transfers to put on the boom to make it look the dog's danglies, basically. So let's do this. Let's get this boom open and have a look at what we've got. There we go, guys. Boom removed, tail rotor off, everything kept together in one tray so you don't lose any of your screws and things, and especially your grub screws that hold in the bearings for this and whatnot. So make sure you keep something nice and handy to put everything in so you don't lose anything. Right, so everything is now off, the boom is off, and that I can keep that as a spare. It's not brilliant, but it's there if I need it. So next stage now is to prepare the new boom and get it quickly sanded down, and then basically wiped down with an alcohol wipe to get all the crap off it, and then take it outside and give it a hairbrush, colour. So that's the next bit. Right, there we have it, guys. There's a colour on. I've got a darker green on the top of the fin to separate the two colours. And then on the boom, we have got this very nice green that goes into yellowy green. Well, I've done it so that it's faded in, and it looks pretty cool, to be honest with you. I've got more yellow on the top than I have on the bottom, so even if I was doing a loop, then the brighter side would be on the top, be easier to identify in the sky. But I think that looks pretty cool. I'm going to let it cure and go off a little bit more, then I can go and give it a wet sand and then smooth it all out, and then stick the old decal on, and then give it its first coat of sealer to seal everything all in. Then it'll be another sanding down with smooth 2000 grit sanding pad, and then it'll have its gloss coat on top, which will seal the whole lot. So yeah, looking pretty damn cool. This is going to look a really nice Spectre when it's finished. There we go, guys. You have the decals on there as well now. Well, water slide decals that I've made. Specter700 XLPower. XLPower Specter700. Oh well, shit happens, never mind, eh? But yeah, so I've wet sanded it. It is now nice and smooth. So I've just got to go and seal this with some polyurethane rattle can varnish, semi-matte. Give it a couple of coats of that, wet sand it again once it's dry, and then give it its coat of gloss, and then that's ready then to install. So that's looking pretty damn snazzy. And same on the fin, Specter700, Specter7. So I think together with the Canopy, once it's all nice and shiny, this is going to look really nice. So I'll get that sealed up and whatnot, and then we can start looking at installing it and putting it all back together and making it look really nice. Right guys, at that crucial point now where I hate doing this, where I put the boom back in, you've got to remember that when you put them in, you've got to rotate the belt 45 degrees, but make sure you do it the right way. In the Specter's case, it's anti-clockwise, looking at it from the back, and that'll give you rotation for your tail rotor the right way then. So let's get on with it and get it fitted. Right guys, there's many ways that people balance their blades, and everybody will say differently, but I do it this way and it always works. I never have any issues, don't have to rebalance them or anything like that, and yeah, I've always done it this way. But for those of you that have not seen any of my other videos where I balance blades before, I basically get a set of scales like these ones here, tower it to 0, and then roughly put the blade in the middle and see how much it weighs. 204 grams for that one. So that's 204. Hopefully this will be the same. It feels heavier. 204. Okay, so that's a good sign. Now we also need to find the centre of gravity of the blades, and again people have different ways of doing it, but this is my way. I get a straight edge ruler, put it in my pliers or my vice grips, which is what I normally use, but I ain't got them with me today. And then this is the hard tedious part. Lay that flat so it don't go nowhere. Got a wheel on. What the hell's going on now? There we go. Right, so upside down, and then just keep going. Oh, you're fighter, that's so close. That is very, very close. There we go. That wasn't too bad. So that one is, oh you twat. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Right, so there's the centre of gravity marks on that one. And then do the same with the other blade. Oh my god. Don't twist, twat. I will cut this out, most of this. Right, so that's the centre of gravity marks on them blades there then. And then what I do then is, where the hell are they? In here. Here's one I made earlier. And then get one of the blade bolts that you would normally mount the blade to. Your Rudy flip. It's got some new ones here. And washers, blade washers, I'm going to need them. Ooh. And then pop your blades together, side by side, like so. Put the bolt through, and then see where the centre of gravity, look at that. Look where the centre of gravity is. I don't know if you can see that, guys. Can you see them two little marks there? See them? Look at that. They're right where exactly they should be. So the centre of gravity on these blades is exactly in the same place. So what I do now is pull the, take them apart, and then you get your blade balancer, in my case my Robo blade balancer, one of the best blade balancers out in the market as far as I'm concerned. Other people will say, no there's not, there's better ones than that. Maybe there is, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the best one I ever used. So, this is my Robo blade balancer. Those of you that have watched my videos will have seen this already. Those of you that haven't, here it is. This is one of the most accurate blade balancers I know. It's worked with bull races, you've got bull races in there, and you've got all these different positions where you can put hex nuts, hex drivers, whatever you want to call them, so that it can be where you can put like different weights in to get it to balance. And then you basically mount your blade in the correct, in the hole. Do it upside down. Don't do it the right way up, do it upside down. Because if you need to put any tape on, you're going to want to put the tape on the bottom and not on the top. Because the last thing you want to see when you're flying your helicopter is tape. Now, if my theory proves me right, these blades both weigh the same, and the fact that there is a epoxy lead mark in there, I'm kind of hoping that these have been balanced. So, let's have a look. No. See, even though they're both 204 grams, that blade's heavier. That blade is slightly heavier, and I'm probably going to need a slither of tape just to balance it out. And here's some I made earlier. And what you do is I just cut a piece off, drop it out upside down on the centre of gravity, where you mark your centre of gravity. See it coming down? Just a little bit of tape brings it down. Try and force it to stop. This is where you've got to be really careful. You've only got a fart with this thing and it makes the blades move. So you've got to hold your breath, don't fart, don't breathe, and hopefully you can do it. Where's the watch it gone? Put it away, didn't I? Knob. And then I tend to check the ends of the tips to see where they are in millimetres. In this case, that blade is at 45, 40, 50, 34. Say it's about 48. I know for a fact that this is still too high. This one's 70, so I need more. So I'll do the same amount again. Drop my scissors on the floor because I'm a twat. And then again, put it on the centre of the blade. Put it on the centre of the. Where's my tweezers? I can't find my. Who's got my tweezers? Stop looking. Now I'm guessing that this is going to be too much now. Bugger nuts. Okay, let's put it down some more. I mean, that's quite a lot. And it ain't that far off, to be fair. Which means I've got to double that length and then put it across the whole of the centre of the blade. So let's measure it again now. And we are 69. My favourite number, I'll tell you what. And this one is 50. So, like I thought, put too much on. Just take one of them off. Take one of them. One. And then, no. There we go. And I'll cut this one in half. Get rid of that. And then put this one on. You twat. Those of you that can hear my music in the background, and obviously with the music that I play when I'm doing my time lapse, I am into heavy rock music. I have been ever since I was a kid, and I'm an adult and I still like rock music. There's been genres of music that have come and gone, but rock has always been there. And I love it. Right. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, let's see how far we are now. You're getting the gist of this, aren't you guys? So, we are now sat at 64, 63, 60, 62, 60, 61, 62, 60, right, 62. And then this one, ooh, 60. Need a whisper. Literally a whisper. I reckon about that much. Come on, down you go, twat. I'm going to think that's got to be it now. And we are now at... come on. 60 on that one. And 60, there we go. Right, so those now are perfectly balanced. tell me how it works out that way, I don't know. Both blades weigh 204 grams, okay? But this blade was still heavier. Now, I've got these scales here, don't go on micrograms, they're just basically scales that do the closest. But I do have a set of micro scales as well. I've got a set of these here are my micro scales. And if I turn them on, here, right, I'll drop this on here now. Look how much the blade goes up. Just under half a gram, 0.400 grams. That's how much they were out of balance. Now you probably think, oh, that's not that much, but you'll be surprised, it is. So, what I do now is I get the tape, just turn that off, and I'll put that back. Ah, I just stabbed myself with bloody tweezers. Egypt, that's going to bleed. Right. And then, like I say, I'll get another piece of tape and I'll put it to the same length, roughly, as these two together. Come on, you knobhead. Here we go. No, get off. Allowing for my fingerprint. Pull it out. It stretches this stuff, so I always pull a longer length out, that's what she said, and then let it shrink back to its size. Oh, excuse me. And then I'll cut it. So the way I'm doing this is because I've been working on the helicopter, I've got oil, grease, shit and all that kind of crap on my hands, and if I pick the tape up with my fingers, let's get that off. If I pick it up with my fingers, it's going to leave a hooping great big fingerprint on it. So I try not to handle the tape. Get off. There we go. Okay, then what we do then is using the tweezers, put it on the centre of gravity, with the centre of the tape where the centre of gravity is. Why? Because it's the centre. And rocket science, is it really? And then once that's done, I then get my maxed out credit card, or in this case my home base card, and then from the centre out, squeeze all the way down to squeeze any air bubbles out, and then same that way to squeeze any air bubbles out. Got an air bubble there, that didn't squeeze out, got an air bubble there, there it goes. That's it. And then I'll give this a wipe over with alcohol and it'll clean the edges of the tape out and then you won't see it. Like I can't see the screen at the moment. Is it still on? I think so. Right, and that's how you balance your blades. There we have it guys, all finished, all complete. And I ain't gonna lie, I love it. I think it's the best that this helicopter has ever looked, to be fair. The boom is really nice, the striking colours, the fade from the greeny yellow to the green, and then underneath it's more green down here than little yellow. I think it looks awesome and it matches the canopy really well. It could have done with being a little bit more yellow, this, to be fair, because this is obviously a lot brighter than here. But I mean, when the sun's out, you're not really going to notice it. But wow, Does that look cool? I really like that. It's completely transformed the helicopter. Anyway, just a short one, I think, this one. By the time I finish editing it, I'm going to try and get it edited tonight and get it out for you guys to have a look at. Some of you might like it, some of you might not. You might think it's boring. But there we go. A quick refurb of my Specter700. There we go, guys. So, I don't know what happened then. My camera just went... But yeah, so like I was saying, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate your support. Click the old like, subscribe and the notification ding ling 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 ling. And we'll have more content like this very, very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Take care.